Beneath the dazzling lights of Hollywood, where stars constantly redefine themselves, lie tales that go beyond the silver screen. In this enchanting world of entertainment, you'll find hidden truths and brave paths that push boundaries and spark change. Today, we're spotlighting 10 iconic stars who have shattered gender norms, sharing stories that just might astonish you. And when you get to the last name on our list, you won't believe what you'll learn. It's nothing short of incredible. Drop a 1 in the comments and let's embark on this amazing journey. Before Caitlyn Jenner's transition, her life was largely shaped by Bruce Jenner's remarkable athletic career, highlighted by winning the gold medal in the decathlon at the 1976 Montreal Olympics. Beneath the celebrated public persona, however, Caitlyn quietly battled complex emotions that were difficult to understand at the time. Even as a child, Bruce experienced an unusual attraction to his mother's and sister's clothing, a feeling that both intrigued and deeply confused him. In an era when conversations about gender identity were rare and often met with stigma, Caitlyn had no framework or language to articulate her feelings, forcing her to navigate these internal struggles in isolation. To cope with the internal conflict, Bruce Jenner immersed himself in sports, channeling his energy into athletics as a way to escape the complex emotions he couldn't yet fully understand. His unwavering focus and determination propelled him to historic achievements, culminating in the pinnacle of his career, winning the Olympic gold medal in the decathlon. However, even at the height of his success, Bruce's inner turmoil persisted. Alongside his athletic accomplishments, he built a life as a dedicated father and husband, embracing the responsibilities and expectations tied to those roles. Yet beneath the surface of achievement and outward stability, the struggle with his true identity quietly endured, unresolved. Despite his remarkable achievements, Bruce Jenner often found himself burdened by unhappiness, which played a role in the breakdown of his first 2 marriages. While married to Linda Thompson, he attempted to open up about his struggles with gender identity, but Linda's inability to fully grasp his feelings only deepened his sense of isolation. This loneliness continued into his marriage with Kris Jenner. Early in their relationship, Bruce shared parts of his past, revealing that he had been taking hormones for several years. However, Kris later admitted that she was unaware of the full extent of Bruce's internal struggles. This lack of understanding between them created additional strain in their marriage, further complicating Bruce's already difficult journey of self-discovery. Despite these personal struggles, Bruce and Kris built a loving family and achieved global recognition through the reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. As the patriarch of the Kardashian-Jenner household, Bruce was a beloved and respected figure, both within the family and among fans. Caitlyn's decision to transition, however, came as a significant surprise to her loved ones, especially her children. While their initial reactions were filled with shock and the need for adjustment, the Kardashian-Jenner family ultimately rallied behind Caitlyn, offering unwavering love and support. This solidarity underscored the power of family bonds, proving that acceptance and compassion can provide remarkable strength during life's most transformative moments. At the age of 65, Caitlyn Jenner made the life-altering decision to transition, defying expectations and choosing authenticity over the life she had long known. In 2015, she revealed her true self to the world, making a powerful debut on the cover of Vanity Fair with the headline, "Call Me Caitlyn." This historic moment marked not only a significant personal milestone, but also a transformative moment for transgender visibility. Caitlyn's courage sparked global discussions about transgender rights, raising awareness and fostering greater acceptance within society. Once renowned as a legendary athlete, Caitlyn has since become a symbol of freedom, courage, and inspiration for those seeking to live their truth. Before Andrea Pejic became the celebrated female model she is today, she initially rose to fame as Andrea Pejic, a true pioneer in the fashion world. Even during this time, Andrea's presence was unforgettable, not just for her striking beauty, but for her unique ability to model both men's and women's clothing. Few male models could wear feminine attire with the same grace and confidence as she did, captivating audiences and challenging traditional beauty standards. Her bold looks and distinctive style made her one of the most sought-after models of her generation, paving the way for her eventual transformation. Beneath the allure of her successful modeling career, Andrea Pejic grappled with a deep inner conflict, the tension between how the world saw her and who she truly was. From a young age, she felt a difference within herself that she struggled to articulate. Born in Bosnia and raised in Australia, Andrea faced the dual challenge of understanding her identity while living in a society that often imposed rigid binary expectations. As her fame grew, she navigated a complex journey of self-discovery, working to reconcile her true self with the public persona that had helped her rise to prominence. From an early age, Andrea gravitated toward things that were traditionally considered feminine. She enjoyed experimenting with makeup and dressing up in her mother's clothes, activities that felt both comforting and, at times, guilt-inducing. She quickly realized that society had rigid standards for how boys were supposed to behave, and she knew she didn't fit those expectations. In her teenage years, Andrea Pejic's distinct appearance grew even more noticeable, drawing attention but also presenting serious difficulties. She frequently faced bullying and felt isolated, as many around her couldn't comprehend her unique identity. Despite the emotional struggles, Andrea discovered solace in the fashion world, a realm that valued individuality and celebrated differences. Within this vibrant industry, she found her footing, turning her challenges into strength and building a career that embraced her true self. This creative environment allowed her to flourish and emerge as a pioneering figure in the industry. Andrea Pejic's striking, gender-fluid appearance captivated top designers, earning her a place on the most prestigious runways in fashion. Her career soared, and she became a celebrated icon in the industry. Yet even with all her success, Andrea couldn't ignore a profound inner truth. She wasn't meant to live as a man. The idea of transitioning had been with her for years, but the decision was far from easy. It meant more than just aligning her body with her identity. It meant risking a flourishing career and the relationships she had built in the highly competitive world of fashion. It was a leap into uncertainty, requiring extraordinary courage and determination. As time passed, Andrea Pejic found it increasingly impossible to ignore the pressing need to live as her true self. She came to understand that she could no longer maintain a life that felt out of sync with her identity. In 2014, after years of inner turmoil and introspection, Andrea chose to embrace her authentic self by transitioning. It wasn't a decision she made lightly, but rather one driven by a profound commitment to align her external reality with who she truly was. For Andrea, this decision marked a turning point, ushering in a new chapter defined by self-acceptance, bravery, and a renewed sense of purpose. Andrea, now fully embracing her identity as Andrea Pejic, embarked on the life-altering journey of gender reassignment surgery. This process was both physically demanding and mentally taxing. In an interview with Vogue, Andrea shared that transitioning involved much more than just medical consultations and surgery. It required extensive psychological evaluations, thorough medical assessments, and careful preparation to navigate the physical and emotional challenges ahead. Her journey exemplified immense resilience and a profound commitment to living authentically, highlighting the dedication needed to align her body with her true identity. After her transition, Andrea Pejic's career not only continued, but soared to new heights. She made history as the first transgender model to grace the cover of GQ Portugal, shattering barriers in an industry often criticized for its lack of inclusivity. Her success serves as a powerful testament to perseverance and the bravery required to defy societal norms. Andrea frequently reflects on the struggles she endured and the strength it took to overcome them. If she could speak to her younger self, she would offer words of reassurance and empowerment, reminding her that despite the challenges and confusion, she would one day become the confident, strong woman she had always dreamed of. Andrea's journey goes far beyond her gender transition. It is a poignant example of authenticity, courage, and embracing one's individuality in a world that often values conformity over uniqueness. When considering transgender celebrities who have made a lasting impact on society, Laverne Cox's name is often at the forefront. She gained widespread recognition for her groundbreaking portrayal of Sophia Bursett, a transgender woman navigating the complexities of life in a women's prison, on the critically acclaimed series Orange is the New Black. This role not only highlighted her incredible acting talent, but also helped bring transgender stories into the cultural mainstream. However, Laverne's journey to becoming both a celebrated actress and a powerful advocate was far from easy. She faced numerous obstacles growing up, including struggles with self-acceptance and societal expectations. Yet these challenges ultimately shaped her into the trailblazer she is today. Laverne Cox grew up in Mobile, Alabama, where conventional gender norms were strongly upheld. Even as a child, she sensed she was different, naturally drawn to things deemed feminine by society. This early sense of difference made her a target in a community that enforced strict gender roles. During her teenage years, she endured relentless bullying, with peers ridiculing her for being too feminine. Although these experiences were deeply painful, they ultimately fueled her resilience and inner strength, helping to shape the courageous woman who would later inspire countless others with her authenticity and advocacy. Dance became one of Laverne Cox's earliest passions, offering her a sense of joy and freedom that went beyond the constraints society placed on her. The rhythm, movement, and the ability to express herself through dance all deeply resonated with her. However, following this passion wasn't without challenges. Growing up in a household with traditional gender roles, convincing her mother to let her take dance lessons proved difficult. While her mother initially hesitated, she eventually allowed Laverne to take tap and jazz classes, though she drew the line at ballet, deeming it too feminine. Regardless of these limitations, Laverne embraced the opportunity to dance, pouring herself into each movement and finding a creative outlet that allowed her to begin exploring her identity. As Laverne Cox grew older, the The tension between her true identity and society's rigid expectations became increasingly difficult to navigate. Raised in a devout religious environment, she was taught that her feelings were wrong, which only intensified her feelings of guilt and shame. The emotional weight of this conflict eventually became overwhelming, leading to a crisis in which she attempted to end her pain by swallowing a bottle of pills. Fortunately, she survived, and this harrowing experience marked a pivotal moment in her life. While the journey toward self-acceptance would be long and challenging, Laverne's resilience and steadfast commitment to living her truth set her on the path to becoming the trailblazing advocate we admire today. Laverne Cox eventually left Alabama and moved to New York City, seeking an environment where she could explore her identity more openly. In the city's dynamic and diverse atmosphere, she began her transition, a process filled with both emotional and physical challenges, but also a profound sense of freedom. It was in New York that Laverne was finally able to live as the woman she had always known herself to be. While the journey was far from easy, it marked the beginning of a transformative chapter in her life, enabling her to fully embrace her authentic self and setting the stage for her future as a groundbreaking advocate and role model. Laverne Cox's career took a pivotal turn when she landed the role of Sophia Bursay in the critically acclaimed series Orange is the New Black. Sophia was a well-rounded, deeply authentic character that resonated with Laverne's own life experiences. Her portrayal offered a rare, nuanced depiction of a transgender woman, shattering stereotypes and bringing real representation to mainstream television. Through her work as Sophia, Laverne fostered empathy and understanding, solidifying her position as an essential advocate for transgender visibility and rights, while helping to pave the way for greater inclusion in the entertainment industry. As her platform has expanded, Laverne Cox has emerged as a powerful advocate for the LGBTQ+ community, leveraging her visibility to shed light on the distinct challenges faced by transgender individuals. Through her advocacy, she has played a key role in promoting acceptance and understanding, urging society to recognize the humanity and beauty in every transgender experience. Her steadfast message, "Trans is beautiful," has inspired countless individuals to embrace their identities with pride and stand confidently in their truth. Laverne Cox's bravery and perseverance have become a source of inspiration for countless individuals and an entire generation striving for acceptance and equality. Fallon Fox's story is a powerful testament to courage, resilience, and the ongoing fight to break down barriers in a world that often resists change. As the first openly transgender mixed martial artist, her journey transcended victories and defeats in the cage. It became a battle for identity, representation, and inclusion for transgender athletes across the globe. Growing up in Toledo, Ohio, Fallon always felt different, finding comfort among girls, but struggling to express her feelings in a community with rigid gender norms. Like many transgender individuals, she faced the difficult task of understanding herself in a world that offered few resources or answers. Despite these challenges, Fallon became a trailblazer in sports, forging a path for greater acceptance, visibility, and inclusivity. Fallon Fox's journey was made even more challenging by a lack of understanding and support from her parents, who struggled to accept her identity. When she came out as transgender, their response was far from affirming. Her mother remained in denial, and her father insisted that Fallon was simply gay and could be cured. This led to Fallon undergoing conversion therapy, a widely debunked and harmful practice aimed at changing a person's sexual orientation or gender identity. Instead of providing any relief, this experience only deepened her pain and sense of isolation. Fallon's story highlights the harsh realities many transgender individuals face when seeking acceptance in a world that is often unwilling or unprepared to fully understand them. Despite immense societal and familial pressure, Fallon Fox knew in her heart that transitioning was the only way to live authentically. It was a difficult and painful decision, one she made largely without parental support, facing both societal stigma and personal hurdles along the way. Yet, Fallon's inner strength and relentless determination saw her through. Her commitment to fully embracing her true self required immense courage and perseverance, but she remained resolute in her journey to live as the woman she always knew herself to be. Her story stands as a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of living authentically, even in the face of adversity. After her transition, Fallon Fox made history as the first openly transgender athlete in mixed martial arts, a groundbreaking achievement in a sport known for its intense physical demands and traditional views on masculinity. However, her debut as a female fighter sparked significant controversy and criticism. Opponents argued that her background gave her an unfair advantage, suggesting that being assigned male at birth provided her with superior strength and endurance compared to cisgender female athletes. This backlash intensified the ongoing societal debate about fairness and inclusion in sports, positioning Fallon at the heart of a crucial and often divisive conversation. One of the most challenging aspects of Fallon Fox's journey wasn't just enduring public backlash, it was grappling with how her peers' perceptions of her shifted. Before coming out, she had been regarded simply as another skilled, dedicated female athlete, earning the respect of her teammates and competitors. Once her story became widely known, however, that dynamic changed. Those who had once trained and competed alongside her began to question her place in the sport, often challenging whether she truly belonged. This sudden sense of alienation within a community she had been part of for so long added a painful layer to her already complex and difficult journey. Despite the numerous challenges she faced, Fallon Fox remained resolute in her commitment to fight, not only in the cage, but also for the larger cause of transgender inclusion in sports. She refused to let discrimination or misunderstanding drive her away from the ring. Her journey extends beyond her athletic accomplishments. It is a compelling tale of resilience and advocacy, serving as a source of inspiration for others striving for equality, acceptance, and representation in every arena. Carmen Carrera first captured the spotlight during her memorable run on the third season of RuPaul's Drag Race, where her striking looks and captivating performances quickly set her apart in the drag world. After her time on the show, Carmen embarked on a deeply personal journey, transitioning from male to female. This brave decision marked a turning point, not only reshaping her life but also shifting how others perceived her. Despite her authenticity, many continued to view her through the lens of her previous drag persona, often reducing her identity to a man in women's clothing. The path to full recognition as a woman was filled with challenges, but Carmen's resilience turned her journey into a powerful symbol of acceptance and visibility for the transgender community. Carmen Carrera's commitment to living authentically went beyond her own transformation. She aimed to use her story to help normalize the transgender experience and foster greater understanding. Her transition not only reshaped her life, but also sparked important conversations about language and respect within the LGBTQ+ community. A pivotal moment came when Carmen publicly criticized a controversial RuPaul's Drag Race segment titled "She Male or Female," which she found deeply offensive given the challenges transgender individuals endure. Her critique drew strong backlash from parts of the Drag Race fan base, with some accusing her of ingratitude for the platform the show had provided. Undeterred, Carmen remained firm in her beliefs, using her voice to advocate for inclusivity and respect, even when faced with significant opposition. Carmen Carrera has remained resolute in her mission to promote a more respectful and inclusive dialogue about transgender issues, even when faced with criticism. Today, she is not only celebrated as a successful international model, but also as a passionate advocate for transgender rights. Carmen continues to leverage her platform to promote understanding, acceptance, and equality for the transgender community. Reflecting on her past disagreement with RuPaul's Drag Race, Carmen has emphasized that she holds no lingering resentment. She has expressed that, should she ever cross paths with RuPaul again, she would greet him with a warm hug, demonstrating her grace and commitment to fostering connection over division. Carmen's journey is not only a story of personal transformation, but also a determined effort to raise awareness and create meaningful change in society. She has become a powerful symbol of resilience and advocacy, using her experiences to inspire others and advocate for a more inclusive, compassionate world for the transgender community. Through her dedication, Carmen continues to pave the way for greater understanding and acceptance. When Sonny and Cher welcomed their daughter, Chastity, in 1969, they could never have imagined the transformative journey she would one day undertake. Growing up in the spotlight as the child of two entertainment icons, Chastity appeared confident on the outside, yet privately struggled with a deep sense of disconnection. Even as a young child, she felt that something wasn't quite right, though she lacked the words to express it. Despite being raised as a girl, Chastity never truly resonated with the feminine identity the world expected her to adopt. Chastity struggled for years with an internal conflict that caused significant emotional turmoil. Despite her efforts to conform to the role society had assigned to her, she found it increasingly difficult to feel comfortable in her own skin. She often experienced a deep sense of discomfort, as though the life she was living wasn't truly hers. This disconnection grew stronger over time, eventually leading her to the realization that she wasn't meant to live as a woman. However, coming to this understanding was far from straightforward. It required more than just self-acceptance. It demanded immense courage to reveal her truth to the world. The fear of rejection, particularly from her family, weighed heavily on her, intensifying her anxiety and making it even more challenging to fully embrace her authentic self. For years, Chastity kept these feelings to herself, trying to maintain the public persona that the world expected. It wasn't until the late 2000s that he took the courageous step to transition, embracing his true identity as Chaz Bono. This transformative decision wasn't made lightly. It was a deeply personal process, marked by doubt, fear, and emotional pain. Transitioning demanded extraordinary bravery, not only to endure the inevitable public scrutiny, but also to come to terms with his own past. Even now, Chaz views old photos of himself as chastity, with mixed emotions. These images are powerful reminders of the years spent feeling disconnected from his true self, underscoring both the challenges of his journey and the empowerment that comes from living authentically. At 40, Chaz took a significant step in his transition by undergoing top surgery. He described the procedure as life-changing, providing him with a profound sense of comfort in his own body. Alongside this, he began hormone therapy, including testosterone injections, which led to noticeable physical changes: facial hair, a deeper voice, and increased muscle mass. These physical transformations marked the beginning of a new and more authentic chapter in his life. For Chaz, these changes were not just about his appearance. They held deep emotional meaning, representing the long-awaited alignment between his body and his true identity. Chaz Bono not only transformed his own life, but also became a powerful advocate and symbol of hope for the LGBTQ+ community. Building on his family's entertainment legacy, he made history as a transgender man in Hollywood, breaking barriers for more inclusive representation. Chaz became the first transgender man to star as a male lead in a feature film, defying stereotypes and inspiring countless individuals. He has also made his mark on television, appearing in well-known shows such as The Secret Life of the American Teenager, The Bold and the Beautiful, and American Horror Story, demonstrating his versatility in an industry that has been slow to embrace change. Through his work and advocacy, Chaz continues to challenge societal norms, striving for a more inclusive and understanding world. Chaz Bono's journey was not only a personal transformation, but also required an adjustment from his mother, Cher. She has openly admitted that accepting Chaz's transition was initially challenging, as she worked to reconcile the daughter she had known with the son he had become. Even today, Cher sometimes slips up on pronouns, highlighting that this process is ongoing. However, her love and pride for Chaz have remained unwavering. She has consistently expressed admiration for his courage and strength, recognizing the immense bravery it takes to live authentically. Despite the challenges they've faced, their relationship endures, built on a foundation of deep love and mutual respect. Chaz Jennings has become an inspirational figure for the transgender community, especially for young people navigating the challenges of being transgender at an early age. At just 6 years old, she bravely shared her story in a televised interview with Barbara Walters, demonstrating a remarkable self-awareness and courage well beyond her years. Chaz always knew she was a girl, even though she was assigned male at birth. Her actions, like borrowing her sister's clothes and happily twirling in high heels, reflected her true identity. Her early confidence and openness set the stage for a life dedicated to advocating for and supporting other transgender youth. Chaz Jennings had such a clear sense of who she was that she would immediately correct her parents if they called her a boy, firmly stating that she was a girl. As a child, she even imagined a magical fairy who could change her body to align with her true identity, a heartfelt reminder of her desire for her outward appearance to match her inner self. Luckily, Chaz's family supported her with love and understanding, allowing her to embrace her authentic identity from an early age. With their encouragement, she found the confidence to become a leading advocate for the transgender community, inspiring many others as they navigated their own paths. As Chaz Jennings grew up, she chose to share her journey publicly. becoming a powerful symbol of visibility for the transgender community. Her life was documented in the TLC series I Am Jazz, offering audiences an intimate glimpse into both the struggles and the victories of navigating the world as a transgender youth. Jazz's bravery and authenticity helped dispel stereotypes and promote deeper understanding of transgender people. Beyond her television appearances, she became a YouTube personality and dedicated activist, using her voice to advocate for acceptance and equality. Her impact was so significant that Time magazine recognized her as one of the 25 most influential teens of 2014, cementing her role as a pioneer and role model for transgender youth around the globe. What makes Jazz Jennings truly exceptional is her incredible confidence and self-awareness. When asked how she handles judgment from others, she offered a strikingly straightforward, yet powerful response. "The only opinion that really matters to me is my own opinion of myself, because I define who I am, not anyone else." This unwavering commitment to self-acceptance has inspired countless people. Through her advocacy and activism, Jazz has become a leading voice for transgender rights, tirelessly working to foster broader societal understanding and acceptance. Her story is more than just her own. It's a vital movement for visibility, inclusivity, and equality for the transgender community. Thank you for watching. Transgender stories aren't just about physical change. They're about finding oneself, overcoming challenges, and embracing authenticity. We hope these journeys inspire you and shine a light on the strength it takes to live openly. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to stay updated on our future content. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so share them in the comments. Let's keep spreading love and acceptance. See you in the next video.